Alright then. Let's go and face this automechanical bastard. Oh jeez, he's got like a riot shield area. Oh my god. Whew. Okay. You two ready? We're about to go into the depths of hell here. Or something like that. Ooh, 100, okay. Oh boy. Okay, how the hell are we going to do this? Let's try and work this out for a sec. Okay, what I do need to do is... Oh, yes. Oh god, okay. Take cover. Oh wow, that thing can seriously haul ass. Sam, do your best. Let me, Oh my god, where the hell? Oh shit. Okay. Hold it a second, hold it. Holy crap, okay. Oh my god, okay. Time out, oh Jesus. Okay, time out a second. You know what? Oh, excuse me. Oh, no you don't, asshole. You're doing this on my terms. If I can collect some extra energy parts, I'll do it. Hold that. Oh my god. What the hell? Ooh. Oh my god. Okay. Hold it. Oh god. Ho ho ho! Damn! Adreno. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Yeah, who gave you assholes permission to come disturb me? Huh? No one? Yeah, didn't think so. Oh, hell yes! Whew. Damn! Okay! Oh, I'm so glad I got this gun. Wow. Hibernation key chamber. Okay then. Hello you two. I suppose I could have raced the health, but tell you what, if you didn't have this weapon, that one would have gone a lot longer. Whew. That was seriously intense, I'll tell you what. Let's do this one. I have no idea who on earth we're gonna be. Interesting.
Why won't you just...
Has been sanitized.
Ha ha! Take that, sucker! Oh, I'm sorry. Are you complaining? Oh. Oh shit. Chairman's key.
You don't know how glad I am to see you. You did the right thing. Akande was a monster. Her death was much deserved, and long overdue. And you lunatic, you broke into the board's own fortress just to rescue one doddering old man. You are absolutely out of your mind, and I can't begin to thank you enough.
Anytime. You okay? So, what are they trying to do to you?
I'm all right, thanks to you. Akande wanted my cooperation. I'm quite sure she would have beaten it out of me if you hadn't arrived. You've broken the board's stranglehold on this colony, and you saved my life. But there's still so much we have yet to accomplish. You and I are going to have to work harder than ever to save Halcyon. I'm afraid the situation is far worse than any of us ever anticipated.
I'm sure it is. Oh. I really don't like the sound of that, but so's needs must.
Earth has gone dark.
Oh, wow.
We haven't received a single message in 3 years. There's been no communication, no signals, nothing. 2 years ago, the Earth's Directorate's frigate disappeared on their way back to Earth. We don't know what they discovered when they arrived, or if they arrived at all.
So we've got to make do on our own. Seems to me that'll make us stronger in the end anyhow.
You're quite right. We've got no choice but to make do on our own. We're in serious trouble, my friend. Do you know what this means for Halcyon? We can't rely on Earth for support anymore. We've been cut loose. We're entirely on our own.
Well, at least we can start fresh. You know? Revive the colonists, start a new, clean, you know, just have the clean slate, I suppose. So, let's just see if we need that, if we can ask him anything.
Yes, certainly. I'll help however I can.
So, what do you think happened?
I don't know what happened, but something must have gone horribly wrong. I don't know why Earth's gone silent. I don't even know if Earth exists anymore. We have no connection back to Earth, and return is likely impossible. We're completely alone out here.
Damn. So, how do you know all this exactly?
I heard it from Akande herself. She tried to pressure me into joining her side, you see. Tried to make me realize that all hope is lost, and that we are alone. She was half right. We are alone, and we're going to have to fend for ourselves, because there's no telling what's happened to Earth.
True. For what's worth. Now, you mentioned a frigate disappearing?
You might have heard of the Earth Directorate's frigate. Half the colony's entire military was on that ship. They were returning to Earth when they vanished without a trace. That was 2 years ago. We haven't heard a word from them since. Whatever happened to Earth likely happened to them.
Oh, wow, okay. So, you said, or at least you mentioned, that there been any new messages from Earth?
Yes, Akande mentioned as much. Earth hasn't sent us a single message in 3 years. No one knows why. Akande had kept the truth to herself, perhaps with good reason. Can you imagine what would have happened if word got out? We'd have utter pandemonium.
Well, it's worth, I suppose you got a point there. There's something else I should mention, Phineas. I know about the other colonists.
I wasn't trying to hide the truth from you, but after all you've done, I owe you an explanation. Yes, I experimented on the Hope's colonists. Each of my experiments ended in catastrophic failure. Each of my subjects died in agony. You are my first and only success. I didn't tell you about the others because I didn't want to burden you. My failures are my own to bear, not yours.
He's taking responsibility. That's good. At least, well, actually, compared to the Board of Halcyon, at least he's doing it. You know, at least admitting it. You know what? I'm not sure we can totally forgive you, but, well, better late than never, I guess.
I'm not asking you to forgive me. Lord knows I won't forgive myself. But I'm going to try to set things right.
Well, that's good.
My apologies. I need to get a hold of myself. We've far more pressing issues to worry about right now. If you have any more questions, ask me. I'll answer as best I can.
Look, don't have any more questions for now, but we've got a hell of a lot of work to do.
Yes, we do. You've done a marvelous thing. You've succeeded where anyone else would have failed, including me. We must begin the revival process immediately, starting with the Hope's brightest minds, and then we're going to fix this damn colony, one problem at a time. We're going to need a leader, and I can't imagine a better person for the job than you.
Wait, what?
What do you say, old friend? Will you help us?
Tell you about ice cream. I'll do what I'm gonna do what I've always done, whatever I want all the time. Well, I'm not sure we're necessarily the best person to run, you know, all the colonies, but, well, we'll help you revive the other colonists, alright? I'll guarantee you that much, Phineas. So, you can count on us, we'll help you revive the other colonists.
When I revived you, I thought you were going to help me save this colony. I was wrong. I had our roles reversed, you see. You're the one who's going to save us all. I'm just the one who set you on your path. You're the best thing to ever happen to Halcyon. If you want to take it upon yourself to lead this colony, you have my support. We're not a colony any longer, are we? Our last connection to Earth has been severed, and so we have been set free. Our future is uncertain, and no one knows what tomorrow holds. Exciting, isn't it?
Laptop, roll it, ruined.
The OSI teaches that everything in the universe happens according to the grand plan. But the stranger that arrived in Halcyon was an unplanned variable.
No kidding.
From the moment she landed in Emerald Vale, her actions altered the course of history. The events on Tartarus brought about the end of the Board's authority. But the Board's mistakes would haunt the colony for decades to come. The damage they left behind would require the work of a generation to repair. Dr. Phineas Wells began reviving a handful of the Hope's colonists. Engineers, scientists, technicians, and intellectuals. They were among the brightest minds the Earth had ever sent out into the stars. The Hope scientists and engineers woke up in a colony descending headlong into total collapse. With no way to return to Earth, they had no choice but to band together and devote themselves to the cause of saving Halcyon. The people of Halcyon were nothing if not hardy. In the absence of the Board's authority, many of the colony's settlements banded together with a single purpose in mind: survival.
Good.
Life was especially hard in the years to come.
Sure, it would be.
Some towns dissolved by attrition and starvation, but most of them found a way to carry on.
Usually the way it is.
In the years to come, Halcyon was forced to reckon with its newfound freedom. The Board was gone, and for better or worse, the colony was responsible for its own destiny.
What do you think was going to happen?
Between MSI's worker-centric policies and the Iconoclast's manpower, Sanjar and Zora were able to rally many of the Terra 2 townships to their cause. MSI's workforce swelled, and the Iconoclasts enjoyed a significant surge in their ranks. The Board was too distracted by infighting and internal politics to stop MSI from becoming a powerful corporation and a refuge for townships that might have fallen through the cracks. Consumed by paranoia, Lilia Hagen took Sublight Salvage in a controversial direction, openly accusing board officials of an extraterrestrial conspiracy. One day, an accident at the Groundbreaker's docking bay silenced her forever.
Unfortunately, I'm not surprised.
Time would tell if her replacement could keep the Sublight family together. Adelaide McDevitt replaced Reed Thompson as the leader of Edgewater. She and her followers transformed Edgewater in their image. Anyone loyal to Reed was pressured into leaving town, and those who stayed behind adapted to her way of life. Adelaide transformed the old cannery into a new garden. The nearby Edgewater Cemetery provided a convenient source of fertilizer.
Of course it would.
As for Reed Thompson, it was said that he lasted exactly 2 days outside the walls of Edgewater. Years later, a marauder was found in possession of his hat. Under the leadership of Junlei Tennyson, the Groundbreaker held firm against corporate influence.
Good.
The ship's mechanical stability gave Junlei the time to educate a promising generation of engineers, schooled in her family's traditions.
Awesome.
The future of the Groundbreaker looks promising.
That's fantastic.
The rediscovery of the Hope and the abandonment of the Lifetime Employment Program forced Byzantium to come to terms with some uncomfortable realities about the state of Halcyon. While Byzantines were reluctant to surrender the luxuries they'd grown accustomed to, the board's diminished authority gave them little choice in the matter. Nearly everyone had to learn to make do with less. Some even had to get jobs. It was a dark time indeed. Your influence shifted Ellie's perspective. She finally admitted, albeit grudgingly, that she just might need other people. Sometimes.
Good.
With a steady income from the life insurance payouts, she was finally able to afford a ship of her own. She hired a small crew and flew supply missions to communities on the fringe. Some of them were even legal.
Oh, good.
Life in Halcyon was sobering for Felix Millstone. The grand revolution he dreamed of never came. There was no great awakening for the colony, no celebrations in the streets. There was only the hard, desperate work of trying to repair a broken colony. Felix never had a head for numbers, but if there was labor to be done, he was there to help. Eventually, Felix realized that the work of a revolution was done with two hands.
Cool.
As much as he enjoyed his adventures aboard the Unreliable, the vicar, known as Max, eventually decided that it was time to move on, to live out the life he had sought so long to create.
Good luck, Max.
He knew there were many in the colony who carried burdens much worse than the ones he had struggled with, and he devoted himself to easing their suffering wherever he could. He only ever took up arms again to defend the defenseless. Unshackled from a lifetime of striving and fighting the universe and himself, Vicar Maximilian de Soto was finally at peace.
Fantastic.
Once the matter with the Hope colonists was resolved, Junlei bashfully asked Parvati if she'd like to join her permanently on the Groundbreaker, and Parvati enthusiastically, if somewhat awkwardly, agreed.
Typical
The
Parvati.
stories of her adventures spread across the colony, and Parvati soon found herself the center of attention. Having served as the engineer of a renowned spacecraft, tramp freighters and wildcat miners sought her out by name. And in no time, she was a fixture in the Groundbreaker's mechanical ecosystem. She and Junlei were never far apart.
That's awesome.
Nyoka returned to Monarch to take another crack at making a permanent life for herself. She formed the Charon Group, a mercenary outfit of ragtag survivalists and wilderness experts. Anyone in need of a guide, or just looking to throw back a beer and swap stories, could find her camping on the trail, or clearing an infestation.
Good old Nyoka.
The SAM unit that accompanied you spread awareness of the product line's superior sanitation and maintenance capabilities across what was left of the colony. This led to a boost in SAM unit sales.
No kidding.
Did you know that SAM units are the longest-lasting, toughest-acting cleaning solution in Halcyon?
That's obvious, I would have thought.
Minister Clark was released from house arrest and his contact with you gave him a sense of renewed purpose and vigor.
Good.
Once it became clear that no help would be coming from Earth, he threw his considerable efforts and talents into helping Halcyon manage the crisis before it.
Excellent.
As for Dr. Phineas Wells, he spent his remaining years in his orbital lab. He eventually came to terms with his own past and was able to forgive the mistakes of his younger self by devoting his remaining years to serving the colony.
Good on you.
Dr. Wells was able to revive many more scientists and engineers than he first expected, thanks to the additional batch of chemicals you stole from the Ministry. Wells never forgot about the human lives that were lost in acquiring these chemicals.
Should hope not.
In the end, Dr. Wells was able to save every scientist and engineer aboard the Hope. Over the next decade, nearly all of the Hope's remaining colonists were successfully revived. Halcyon saw a period of rapid technological and scientific advancement. Breakthroughs in dietary supplements saved the colony from starvation. Geoengineering projects and social reforms began to change the structure and character of the colony.
Oh, wow.
Dr. Wells laid the groundwork for the project to save the colony, but he would never live to see the fruits of his labor. He passed away a few years later. His work was carried on by the scientists and engineers he revived.
Rest in peace, Phineas.
Today, Halcyon has stabilized. The people of the colony work hard to adapt to their new circumstances. Nearby colonies send aid and supplies. Life will never be easy in Halcyon, but for the first time in its history, there exists a sense of real, genuine hope about the future.
Fantastic.
And what about you, the unplanned variable in the history of Halcyon? Long after Wells passed away, you carried on his work with more energy, determination, and brilliance than he could ever muster. The years that followed were hard, but Halcyon survived by the efforts of the Hope's most promising colonists, the greatest of which was you. No one knows what's happened to Earth, and no one knows what the future has in store for Halcyon. All we know for certain is this: the name of the Unreliable and that of its intrepid captain will remain the subject of countless stories for years to come.
Oh, okay. Wow. I actually really liked how they did that bit at the end, how they explained about, you know, all the characters, what happened. It was really good. I actually enjoyed this. It was a little different to what you might normally expect from some of these games. It's not quite what you always consider at most open world, but considering you have to jump from place to place, it's actually quite good. Yeah, there is a little bit of rhetoric stuff, there's a little bit of the extra wait time to the fast travel to certain places. You know, people, you know, some of the dialogue can get a bit obvious, but you know, for what it's worth, excuse me, I think actually the characters were actually quite well done. The dialogue choices were hilarious, well thought out, and actually well scripted as far as from my perspective anyway. I liked a good mix. You know, you had Ellie, who's, you know, that had a lot of wisdom, but very blunt and wants to do things her way, not overly mushy. Nyoka is very straightforward, very blunt, but that's what makes her funny and charismatic. You had Phineas, who was very... What's the right way of putting him? He's definitely... You sort of assume certain things about him, and you learn more and more, and it's one of those things you have to decide whether you forgive him or not, but you understand, even though you get the feeling he's not the only one involved, you still, in my opinion anyway, you sort of get the feeling he's trying to do the best, so it makes you want to help him, which is really good. It was really good if you could customize your own character. You know, the Sab unit was something didn't really need to be there, but if you need a real hardcore firefight, the advanced weaponry was really, really good. Felix is one of those characters where, you know, he's a good person to have just in the background, you know, the odd conversation, the odd bits of dialogue, that's okay, that's pretty cool. I think Max has a really interesting journey, how he's really searching for this. He gets, you know, he goes through a brand new revelation. We have to help him. He discovers a new part of himself and he gets to accept it and come at peace. That was really cool. Parvati's just very quirky, very enjoyable, a little foolish at times, but that's what makes you love her. That really does. Yeah, look, I did enjoy the game. It was, excuse me, a little arduous and a little carrying on at times, but hey, I'm okay with that. So yeah, I'm glad I finished it though. I still enjoyed it. You know, it was nice to have a bit of a shooter game element, nice story elements, and RPG and open world where you can explore, pick up stuff, scavenge, you know, modify weapons as you wish. So that was really, really good actually. Textures may not be the best, but we don't all play the games for those sort of things. Sometimes we play them in these situations for the story, you know, for the dialogue, and that's what kind of makes that kind of amalgamates itself and makes a good game in the end, like a really good one. So anyway, I really hope you enjoyed watching this playthrough with you. I hope you found it interesting as I did, enjoyed as much as I did, and yeah, I'll leave it here. So yeah, again, thank you for all the support you show on this series. I really do appreciate it. And yeah, that's it. Again, thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time for a brand new Let's Play. Take care, everyone.